Ok, bueno, bienvenidos y bienvenidas todos. Buenas tardes. Ups, donde quieran que estén, tengo que apagar esto porque me va a volver loca un ratito mi, mi alarma. El día de hoy, pues estoy muy contenta porque está con nosotros mi queridísima amiga Patty McRae, quien tenemos la suerte de tener hoy en día con nosotros haciendo esta meditación, que además el día de hoy es especial, porque como nos va a contar ella, la meditación de hoy es de la luna llena. La sesión de hoy va a ser en inglés. Como saben, Patty reside en Estados Unidos, es americana, tiene su maravillosa práctica donde enseña yoga, nos va a hablar un poquito de eso. Espero que nos hable un poco de eso. Es experta en el tema de los sueños y bueno, hoy día hemos invitado a Patty para que nos acompañe a hacer esta meditación. Así que, Patty, welcome and thank you for being with us today. I'm so happy to have you. I'm just so grateful. Thank you. And I know
I'm
today
so
is a
happy to see you.
special day, right?
It is the full moon. The full moon is today. So we can practice in the energy of the full moon. And this is the energy of letting go and release and revealing. So it's a really powerful time to do meditation. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity to practice with your wonderful Sangha, your community here. So thank you for inviting me, Orly. And it's so nice to see
Oh,
you.
it's my pleasure, and thank you for being in such a auspicious day, which happens to be by luck, porque como saben, el día de hoy teníamos a Utam. I'm inviting you on Instagram. Teníamos a
Okay.
Utam, quien iba a dar la meditación, pero Utam, la mamá de Utam está en la clínica y no nos puede acompañar, así que,
Hold on one sec. Sorry.
yeah, you have to put mute. Así que nos acompaña Patty. Y bueno, a toda la comunidad de Global Mindfulness Group en Instagram, bienvenidos todos. El día de hoy, como decía, tenemos esta meditación, que además es un día muy especial porque es la luna llena, así que es un día para hacer una meditación única y tenemos la suerte de tener con nosotros a mi gran amiga y yogi fabulosa, Patty McRae desde Estados Unidos, que además nos contará que tiene su práctica propia y que es maestra también. Y bueno, como saben, es especialista en el tema, además de los sueños. La sesión de hoy va a ser en inglés, es una meditación, como saben, como miércoles de meditación. Y bueno, so I'm just trying to translate, but I think we're now YouTube and we're at the same time on Instagram Live, así que bienvenidos a todos en la comunidad de Instagram. Y bueno, y la suerte de tener con nosotros a Patty el día de hoy, quien va a guiar esta meditación en inglés y que es la luna llena. So, Patty, can you tell us why is it special to do this meditation on the full moon?
Well, the energy of the moon is very powerful. It guides the tides of the ocean. You think of the power of the gravitational pull of the moon. Is this not working with the Instagram live? Is this okay?
I think
Is
it's
it okay? Are you
okay.
here? Is the audio okay? I didn't know if there's. I was trying to turn back the
I think
volume.
it's
All right.
good, right? Nos
It's
pueden
good.
avisar
Okay.
si
I just want to make sure now
I
before we
think.
get going. Um, So the pull of the moon is so important to our earth and our ecosystem. It guides the tides of the ocean, but also you think of the fluid in our body is also made of, these same water. And so the moon actually controls the movement of water and fluids in our bodies as well. And so therefore, you know that sometimes our moods and our emotions can be very powerful around the different stages of the moon, the new moon, or the full moon in particular, because the full moon really, it's about letting go and release and revealing shadows of our shadow selves and maybe some hidden secrets that our unconscious mind is hiding from us. A lot of times we can't sleep around the full moon. So maybe these past few days people have had trouble sleeping. So if you've noticed that, maybe you don't pay attention to the cycles of the moon, but I think it's really beneficial because then you can also make a kind of practice around this passage of time. So you can see what intentions you've planted and then how they're developing with the turning of the cycles of the moon. It's beautiful practice to also connect with nature in that way.
So thank you so much, because I think it's a perfect time, as you said, to let go. We're starting a new month, the month of April. So what a precious moment to have this consciousness of enter April, just releasing whatever doesn't belong to us anymore. That we just want to have it clean and rinse and flow, and just give it to nature to have it process. And so what a beautiful moment. And it's interesting, because we know, or most people are not aware of how important it is, you know with the planets and the moon and the sun, and how that impacts in so many different ways ourselves, because we're made up of all this amazing energy. That's what we are. So any great movement in planet Earth and in the cosmos, it will impact us no matter what. So I'm so glad that we have this opportunity to be able to go through this process today with you and the meditation.
Yeah, and working with that energy, it is incredibly powerful to meditate during the full moon. Especially the full moon is going to exponentially increase the power of your meditation practice. So anybody joining us today is just really taking advantage of this opportune time. So I'm happy to share the space at the Sangha for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. And just so everybody is aware, Patty has her own practice. So you want to tell us a little bit about your own practice and what you have today after the session, and the timings, in case anyone would like to join you for this event that you are hosting.
Oh, I would love that. I'm just so happen to be hosting a full moon yoga class. So it'll be a combination of some Tibetan yogas for the subtle body, like the meridians and chakras. And then we'll do a little bit of hatha yoga asana. And then we'll do a guided rest, because it's so important to rest as well. And that'll be an hour. It's going to be at noon, and that's Miami or Eastern time. So wherever you are, you're welcome to join. And you can go on my Instagram here for the link in the bio, or you can go to lucid-yoga.com is my website, or you can just DM me here and I'll get you set up. I'd love to see you. So that's just shortly after this is over. You have about a little over an hour break.
Right, wonderful. So for all of you, so if you want to join Patty in her own practice, which she's going to lead this beautiful meditation and with asanas, so it's at 12 o'clock, which means it will be at 6 o'clock Madrid time, and at 7 o'clock Peru time, because sorry, at 1 o'clock Peru time, because we are an hour ahead of Eastern time. So those are the times, and we will tag Patty as soon as we finish this live, and you can either email her or contact us directly, or just find her Instagram or her website, which is beautiful, I have to say, and then you can join this beautiful practice. Okay, Patty, thank you so much.
Thank you, Orly. So shall I begin?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, are you gonna keep what we could do? Yeah, I'll do my mute, and then you can do voice in both. Is that right?
Okay, sure, yeah. Okay. So for this meditation today, we're going to be using some intention practice so that we can work with this full moon energy that we're in right now. And like I said, the full moon energy is all about revealing and releasing. So just take a moment right now and think of a concept or a belief or an attachment in your life. It can be big or small, but just something that is no longer serving you. So just take a moment, think of that. And now, using that, formulate a sentence that begins with, I let go of, or I release. And now, this sentence will be your intention for the meditation. So I'll give you another moment. I let go of, or I release, and just fill in the blank there. And just kind of tuck that away in your memory, and we'll come back to that, okay? So now we're just going to do a little bit of kind of self-massage to just release any kind of nervous energy, just kind of really bring us into the present moment through our bodies. So let's take your right hand and bring your thumb to the base of your ring finger. And then on the pinky side of the hand, you're just going to take that edge of the hand and rub the third eye area. Just rubbing here, stimulating the third eye. And then you can fling off the energy, the residue. And then we'll do the same on the other side, the left thumb to the base of the left ring finger. And then the edge of the hand on the pinky side, just rubbing the third eye. And then fling off the residue, just the sharp motion with the hand and arm. And now 7 times, back and forward with the head, as slow or as quickly as is comfortable. And then ending in the center. And now the same thing, 7 times, side to side. All right. And now we'll just shrug the shoulders, circles back, and then shoulder circles forward. And then take your hands, rub your chest and your heart center here, stimulating the heart chakra. And then rub your ribs and your low back. And then rubbing the left arm top and bottom, and the right arm top and bottom. And then we're going to shake it off with some ha breaths. Shake the arms. Okay, and now we're ready for our meditation. So now finding yourself in your meditation seat, where you're the most comfortable, the most capable of connecting with your body in the here and now, just however you're sitting. And then bring your hands on top of your thighs or your knees and have palms either up or facing down, either one. But you want to have your hands kind of open for this practice today. And then if they're not already, you can close your eyes. But if eyes closed makes you uncomfortable in any way, you can remain eyes open, just keeping a soft gaze down past the tip of the nose, eyes unmoving. All right, take a couple of breaths here. And now recall your intention, that statement that began with, I let go of, or I release. And we're going to plant that intention in the fertile earth of the heart cave. So you're going to bring your attention into the heart center. And 3 times, you're going to silently recite that intention while keeping your awareness at the heart space. Okay, and now let the intention go from your mind. And just know, have faith that the universe will organize around this intention for you in the perfect way. But in order for the universe to do that, you have to let go of the intention. You can't hold on to it. And we're with the full moon energy, so that will help in the letting go. And just release it with full trust, believing that it already has come true. This intention is already true now. I'll take 3 deep breaths. And we're going to bring a lot of focus into the body for this meditation, using the senses and observation of the body, just as a way to simply be here now. And become aware of your breathing. Sense your breath coming in and out of the body. Simply observing without trying to control. And notice your body's natural intelligence and wisdom in knowing how to breathe without you having to do anything. The body knows exactly how to breathe on its own, one breath at a time. And moving on from the breath, we're going to now start to listen. Listen and hear any sounds around you. And notice each sound starting with my voice, and then hear any sounds in the room with you. Observing without any judgment, without labeling the sound, just allowing each sound to arise, exist, and then fall away. Now go out beyond the room you're in and hear the sounds in the building. And see if you can go further out still and hear the sounds as far out as you can go. Bringing all the sounds together in your awareness. And realize that all the sounds you hear are not happening outside of you, but they're all happening inside of you because you are spacious awareness. And traveling back in, bringing the attention back into the building and then back into the room where you are. And release the sounds, relax your sense of hearing. Now start to observe your body sitting still. And now you are creating inner silence with the stillness of your body. And maintaining this awareness of the body, we're going to take a kind of journey together around different parts of the body. And as I name each part, simply bring your attention to that part without moving. You're just going to keep following my voice to direct your awareness to each point that I name. And now begin by bringing your attention to sense and feel your right thumb, your right index finger. Sense and feel your right middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Sense your right palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, your right shoulder, armpit, right side waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, right ankle, heel of the foot, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. And now sense and feel your left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, left palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left side waist, left hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. And now sense the top of your head. Sense the top of your head, your forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, nose, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, chin, throat, and now sense your entire face. And now top of the head. Sense the back of your head and your neck. Sense your entire head and neck. The top of your shoulders. Right side of the chest. Left side of your chest. The middle of the chest. Sense your stomach, your navel, the whole abdomen, the entire right leg, the entire left leg, both legs at the same time, the entire right arm, the entire left arm, both arms at the same time, the entire back of the body, the entire front of the body, the entire back and front together. Sense and feel your entire body, the entire body. Sense the entire body from top to toe. And now sense and feel your heart space. And just keep your consciousness here in the heart resting. Awareness in the heart cave. And the more you allow your attention to remain in the heart space, the more you untie the psychic knots around the heart, and the heart begins to open. Take a deep breath into the heart. You feel the breath coming into the heart, washing away any obscurations or blockages. Inhaling and exhaling into your heart space, one breath at a time. Continue breathing in and out of the heart space. If you feel any tightness, it's simply the loosening of the psychic knots, the obscurations, the blockages. And you can visualize these knots, or you can visualize a melting block of ice. And just knowing that the awareness at the heart and breathing into the heart is just allowing your heart to open and expand. Your heart is the gateway to the infinite. And now, as you reside in the heart, recall your intention, the sentence that we formulated at the beginning of the meditation. And remember that intention and recite it again 3 times while focusing on the heart space. And you can let the intention go. Take a few cleansing breaths into the heart. And start to prepare to re-enter back into a more normal state of consciousness. Keeping your eyes closed. First, try to imagine or visualize the room that you're in. Any details you can remember about the room, furniture, the color of the walls and floor, plants or artwork. And take a few now transitional deep breaths as a way of preparation to come back to the body. And then you can start to maybe move your hands and make some circles with the head. Move the shoulders up and down, forward and back. Now stretch the arms up overhead. And lengthen through your entire torso. And you can even take a gentle twist to one side and then the other. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. So welcome back from the meditation. I hope that I can't hear you, Orly.
Right.
Oh.
No, I was going to say that was so nurturing.
Oh, good. That's what we all need right now. Good.
Gosh, yeah. I had this feeling how, in a way, how we are all so much held and embraced by life itself, by nature, and how, we can just let go. It's so hard, I think, to let go because there's a fear behind that letting go that it's what most of the times keeps us so slaves of that fear itself.
Totally.
And when you actually just release and you let go, it's when you realize, wow, it is such a relief, and yet it's so nurturing because you're always embraced and hold, and that care that you maybe many times and unconsciously feed, it sort of just melts away, and it's so such a feeling of nurturing and wholeness.
Well, you have to let go to even notice that you are supported, right? You're not going to even notice that you're supported if you don't let go. So that trust is so important.
It is so important, right? And I think I've been thinking a lot about, I think all of us, we think we trust, but deep down, we have been installed from such an early age because of culture and because of society not to trust, as the underlying, if you go deep down, there is this fear of fully trust that in a way it shows up in everything. So when you take that moment and you make the decision, in your safe place, like could be this meditation that you've created, of just letting go. What happens, right? What's the return on that moment of just letting go, releasing, just giving it away, you know, and what's the return you get? And that return, you realize how, how wholesome it is to trust, because deep down, even though you might not believe it, but the trust that you give, it's what you get in return, knowing that everything is just perfect and that you are embraced and whole by the divine light, or by love, by God, by whoever, anyone, you name it. It's just a name at the end of the day, but it's this feeling of, and that is so powerful.
It really goes against everything that we're taught. It really does. It goes against our societal beliefs. It goes against our conditioning. And
Mhm.
it's what we all need. It's why so many people are suffering, is because they can't let go.
You know what? It made me think right now, that story that we're told in yoga about the monkey holding a banana, but when it holds the banana, there's a trap that hold, the hand with the banana. So to to be released of that trap, you have to let go of the banana, but you don't want to let go even though you're bleeding to death, right? um and that's what we most of the time we find, where we are in our lives. Why is it so difficult to just trust, deep down trust, or give it a chance to trust, even if you don't trust,
Absolutely.
just one little step, you
It's
know
just like our intuition, Orly. It's like, if you trust your intuition, you'll be amazed at what your inner wisdom is trying to tell you. But you have to trust and let go, and let it come through and do what it's going to do. And it's that, again, is going against the things that we've been taught, right? Most of us have not been taught this way. So we have to relearn how to be in this world.
Absolutely. And it could be baby steps in trusting. But definitely the more you trust, the more the universe just gives you more to hold on, to be able to trust. So it goes with the
Mm-hmm.
law of um you know vibration, and you have to do it, even though it could be hard. I encourage everyone just to do a small thing, a baby step, like
You know what? One really kind of easy way that everybody can connect with, that will just kind of naturally lead you to this, instead of this like striving, like trying thing that is still in line with this cultural conditioning, is just spending more time in nature. When you spend more time in nature, you're removed from these constructs and you're in the natural flow of nature, and you are held by Mother Earth, you're held by the natural way of things. And if you're a type of person that doesn't spend time in nature, it might actually be frightening to walk into the woods or walk into the forest. There's actually like a fear that comes up, because it really goes against the world that you're used to. But the more time you spend doing that, and the more you do it, the more you become comfortable. And then it really starts to open up this place in you where you're naturally able to connect with the intuition. And also, it goes against this cultural belief of scarcity. Like, we're told like everything is scarce and there's not enough, but actually there's abundance everywhere.
everywhere.
Abundance is all around us. And just walk in nature and you'll see. But we're told that's not the way. So it's taking ourselves, removing ourselves physically from that environment.
Yes, and I think that today is the International Day of Consciousness.
Oh, I didn't
Yes,
know that. I
it
feel
is.
like I should know that.
I know it is. It is. And And as I was listening to you, years ago, I remember I used to not be able to trust,
Mm.
because I had from my society, from my culture, this inherent thought of don't trust anyone. Um, and then one day I thought of, so, you know what, I don't have any, I can't, what else could I do but trust, because I don't have any more options. And I took the leap. Honestly, I said, and sometimes I do things even nowadays that people go, "You're crazy. Why would you try? Why
That's
would
why
you?"
I love you. That's why I love you, Orly.
And I go, you know what? Because it's just an awesome feeling to trust. And actually, maybe, yeah, maybe I get, turn around and whatever, but what I get in return from
Hmm.
the 99% of it, I can explain. And that's how the world works. I mean, and you can start with baby steps, and just open yourself to just let go, to
Hmm.
trust that this world that we live in, even though it looks scary and dangerous and everything that we are meant to believe, or we're sort of guided to see, there's another spectrum out there
Hmm.
where it's a totally different life, and it's just a matter of saying, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. And if you fail the first time, keep on going, because that is the path, because otherwise you're limited to a life that it's just so tiny, right? It's compared.
Yeah, conflicting, right? And causes a lot of suffering.
I
It causes, what a big problem as a result from the modern culture that we live in is there's just rampant self-hatred. People
It's
hate
horrible.
themselves. It's
Yeah.
horrible, you know?
And therefore they hate everyone else.
Hmm.
It's
Absolutely.
a mirror, and it's a shame. But I understand where it all comes from, and you know, I wish, sometimes I wish I can just knock on everyone's door and go, look, I know, but just dare to just do a one step outside, and experience, because we've been fed so much that,
But the
oh,
most important thing is to lead by example. I truly believe that because if you're true to yourself and you live in that way, you are an example to everyone, and the people that are meant to receive that message will. And so that's the best thing that we can do for other people is to just be
true.
our authentic selves and try to go in nature every day and try to tune in with our intuition and believe in abundance and do all these things. And it just is infectious. You don't
Yeah,
have to convince anyone of anything. If you are truly and sincerely doing it from your heart, it will be recognized.
it is very true. But I can keep going talking
I
to
know we could talk forever.
hours. But we have to close this session. But I'm very grateful, and we're all very grateful to have you with us today, guiding this beautiful meditation. It's such an important day, as International Day of Consciousness, and I will be joining you in a few hours for your
Oh, good. I'm
for
so
sure. I
excited.
would love to. And I want to tell everyone that everyone is welcome. Please do get in touch with Patty, if you want to join her practice, and on this special day of International Day of Consciousness and full moon. So a double winner here. And
Yeah.
please join Patty. Patty will be doing her practice at 12 o'clock Miami time, which is 6 o'clock
That's
Madrid time.
that's
And we,
about an hour from now. We
yeah,
just have like an
yeah,
hour break and then we'll come back
right.
together again.
Yeah, I just need to get changed. But yes, I will
Okay.
join you. And thank you so much. And I love you, and thank you for being with us today. And we will be seeing you soon. So thank you, Patti. Muchísimas gracias.
I just want to dedicate the benefit of the practice to benefit all beings everywhere. That's why we
Yes.
practice, right? So thank you so much for everyone practicing.
Thank you, Patty. And thank you, everyone out there. Thank you for the Instagram community who's joined us today, for everyone watching on YouTube. And we will see you Friday. Nos vemos el día. Muchas gracias a toda la comunidad de Global Mindfulness Group en Instagram, en YouTube, en las redes sociales por acompañarnos este día y por acompañar a Patty en esta preciosa meditación que ha tenido con nosotros el día de hoy, que es un día especial porque es el Día Internacional de la Conciencia y porque además pues es la luna llena. Así que si quieren seguir a Patty y hacer su práctica, es en 1 hora, pueden tener contacto con ella, pueden contactarnos con nosotros o pueden, ahora que la tagueamos en el video, escribirle directamente para unirse a su práctica en 1 hora, que es una práctica especial también que ha hecho por esta ocasión. Así que muchas gracias a toda la comunidad. Esperamos que les haya gustado y que hayan podido ver qué hermoso se siente simplemente el entregarse y el rendirse y confiar en que por más difícil que muchas veces parezcan las situaciones, todo tiene un fin y que estamos sostenidos por la luz, por la divinidad, por Dios, por la madre naturaleza, por el universo, por lo que cada uno crea, más allá de cualquier credo o religión. Así que muchas gracias a todos. Nos vemos el día viernes con la doctora Emperatriz Torres, quien va a tratar un tema muy importante que es estrés. Así que no se lo pierdan este viernes en Global Mindfulness Group. Pueden tener preguntas, pueden acceder a toda la información y a la presentación que nos dará nuestra muy querida y extraordinaria experta en salud mental, la doctora Emperatriz Torres. Gracias a todos y que tengan un hermoso día. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you.